Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and another episode of ZimdogTuning. I just want to say a big thanks to everyone who's subscribed over the past month or so that I've been doing these videos. We've hit 150, we've had loads of views, I've got loads of advice, and I just want to say a big thanks. Really appreciate that sort of the input that people are giving me. That's fantastic. Keep sharing videos. Obviously, if you like them, subscribe, hit the bell button, and give them a like. It all helps. Along the tuning guide series today then guys, we've got a 2013 SRT Viper, Dodge Viper, the number 91 one. There is another version, but this is the one to go for me, actually in this really cool sort of grey, black and yellow paint job at the minute, which is available to pick up on the storefront. Today we're going to be going around Catalunya, and similar to last time, I'll show you the builds that I'm using. There's not many options for this one, so that should be quite short, and then we'll get into a couple of laps and walk you through them. So onto the build. Start on the right with the tyres. Like I said, there isn't much to do here. Stock tyre compound. We've got full upgraded front tyre width, and we're going to have full upgraded rear tyre width as well. Like most things, there is a build where you have brakes and heavier rims, but actually in these GT cars, I just don't feel like it's the way to go. And with these videos, I usually like to pick a new rim style, so I think we'll probably go with them. Keeps the weight the same at 2761 pounds, which is just about right. No upgraded tyre rim size, just keeping the stock. Again, if you were having the brake build, you'd have upgraded rim size and heavier rims, and that's how you sort of keep the PI low. No race brakes, like I've said, and then there's really only one option with the engine. Let's get into a couple of laps then around Catalunya. This car's pretty good here, but what I did want to start with was just showing you something quickly about the car. It's not a typical rev it out to get the most power car. As you can see here, the power actually drops really far down after 5.5, but especially 6,000 RPM. If I just go around the first section here, I'll be able to give you a better sort of idea on the next little straight. Watch how the power and the torque decrease above sort of 5,000 RPM. It's incredible actually. The torque's already way down below there, but peak power actually well below, we'll get it now, 5,200 as we drive the track to demonstrate that. Anyway, just something to bear in mind, that you can sort of short shift in this car, but sometimes it is still beneficial to rev it right out. So the revs seem quite low, but actually we're getting great torque, we're getting great power. Little sort of flashlight on the left hand side there, a little orange sort of beacon if you like, to signify where to brake in this car. Short shift into third, going around this long right hand up. Probably could have let off a little bit more to get on the power early and get the back end of the car a little bit further around there. The shadow, it's always a great braking point for this track. Actually run a bit wider on the brakes there, but the shadow is if in doubt, brake on the shadow in most cars. There's two lines on the right hand side here, two sort of skid marks. Again, that's the place to brake for most cars. This is really good actually. With that, you can take both lines, a wider line and a sort of more inside line, which is quite good. Frustrating corner, got to be really patient. And with the new track limits, make sure you don't run over that white line on the exit. This one again, turning a little bit later than you think. You probably don't want to go too far on the curb with the inside, but again, it can sort of hook you round if you're going off course. Really difficult to brake for this one, really difficult to judge, especially as you're carrying different speed a lot of the time. Coming out of the previous sort of fast corners, it's quite difficult. Try not to get too close to that wall, as you'll get a penalty. Again, a really difficult corner here. You've got to be on the power to get the back end of the car turning around, but obviously you don't want to run too wide into that gravel trap. You think you're free and clear, but no, you've got a right-hander straight away and into the deadly chicane. I've turned into a bit early here, and bump the curbs, try not to bog down too much, and you can actually take the last corner flat in this Viper, especially if you short shift into third and across the line as a sort of a bit of a banker lap. I'll walk you through that again and discuss a couple of different points. Look out for this sort of orange beacon on the left hand side as I hit the brakes there. Do you see it? The sort of the tannoy speakerphone. I think they are. Really good sort of indication of where to brake, and actually we prepare for this right-hander much better than we did last time. Able to be on full power, you know, much earlier than we were on the previous lap. Let's brake on the shadow, or just before again. There is actually a sector line there, which is quite helpful as well. Nice neat exit. Try not to turn too sharply. On the 2 lines on the right hand side again. I've got a little bit wide here. With stock brakes, it's really important to be braking in a straight line, and obviously I didn't demonstrate that very well there, but the stopping power, that they aren't that bad in a straight line compared to race brakes. Where race brakes really give you the edge is you know, turning and braking at the same time. They just seem to be much more compliant, I think. You know, something to bear in mind when you're racing other people, and genuinely, you know, you should be braking in a straight line, and most of the time. Anyway, we've got on the brakes a little bit early here. We'll just come off them and see if we can get a better run out. Okay. First gear, you know, we've got loads of torque low down. It's quite a long gear, but that's absolutely fine. Keep it neat and tidy around the right-hander. Again, try not to run too wide. Almost getting penalty on the right-hand side there. Feels like I turned in a bit too early there, but the road falls away from you. The same around the chicane as well. Bump the curbs. Get a much sort of neater exit out there. No traction control lighting up. Slight lift, as I was a little bit nervous I wasn't going to make it without keeping that lap clean, and I think this will probably be beating our previous lap by a couple of tenths. So I hope that gave you a bit of appreciation on sort of the car and the track. Into the tune, normal Zimdog, 2828. Run down the gears, pretty standard. Remember that short shift element. Again, sort of quite standard. A little bit more camber on the front, or negative camber on the front. Now, the whole car is set up to understeer around here. It's quite an adjustable car. It listens to what you sort of want it to do. So if you are struggling with understeer around some of the corners, then you know, feel free to soften the front of the car actually, or reduce the aero on the back there. No brake balance, as we don't have race brakes, and the diff is 112. Actually, sometimes around that track, as you saw me sort of under braking, I was sliding a little bit. It might be useful to raise up that decel differential to maybe 15 or 20%, you know, depending on how your driving style is. As always, guys, quick video, just a couple of laps around the track to show you, you know, what I've been doing, you know, what I've been tuning. If you like the video, you know, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell button, so each time I post a video, which is going to be more and more regular, you know, you'll get a notification on your phone or on the laptop, and you know, come and support me on YouTube and share the video. Other than that, any questions, post them in the comments below, and I'll get back to you, you know, with the best answer I can, and you know, any recommendations and feedback, then do let me know. Till next time, cheers guys.